Well, we'll be right tonight. Hopefully so.
We'll go live. Evening, everyone. Sorry we're 9 minutes late. I was on time tonight. Andrew wasn't. He wasn't refreshing Twitter, so he didn't see my invite to a meeting come
just
through.
sat on the homepage going, "Where's Panda? What's going on?" And then I saw 5 minutes ago I was sent a link. My bad.
If everyone can let us know that they can hear the two of us, and then we can crack on before the stream dies. Hopefully it's all solved last week. Yeah, we're doing. I can hear myself on your phone.
That was me just checking.
We're
all good.
We can see and hear you. Cheers, John Shanley. I read that as we cannot see and hear you. Yeah, we're streaming tonight
we can.
Yeah, we're streaming tonight because there's a small matter of a game at Wembley tomorrow late afternoon, and I'm planning to have a few beers and watch it. So yeah, I don't think a stream would have happened tomorrow night, and trying not to do it every Monday. There's some weeks like last week where we ended up having to do it on the Monday, but yeah, get it out there tonight. First things first, the leak this week will be still tomorrow evening because Chris is out. He's simmed the game, but hasn't had a chance to pass it over, and yeah, I can't look at it to give Scarface the leak, and I can't even chat to Chris about the leak. So yeah, the leak will be tomorrow evening as normal. As long as Scarface gets it out, he might be drunk tomorrow night, so it might be a Wednesday afternoon or Thursday morning. If you just leak on a Thursday morning, just let everyone panic.
Does the transfers last minute anyway, don't they?
Yeah, I don't know why. You have all the info by Monday lunchtime. Well, I suppose it's the sim info, isn't it?
Yeah.
People are waiting.
Yeah, sometimes again, you never know if it's coming out. It's a bit unpredictable, so you try hang on, see if you get some.
Yeah, I mean, they obviously the simming guys obviously wait for all of the Friday news, and they try and like any big injuries, then if they have time, I think they then adjust it slightly for any big injuries that have happened, so they can try and predict so and so plays because so and so's injured. I don't know what they do. They just live in their little Champman editor bubble. Right.
No, it was a good stream Thursday. Enjoyed it from my little caravan. It's quite nice. The missus was watching Love Island, so I was like, I'm gonna go watch Champman in the corner. So
yeah, few big scores kicking about with plenty of clean sheets for people. I'm not going to apologise about the leak, the Danny Hay leak. Yeah, we probably would have. I don't know. Would we? I think we would have given like, if it was going to be a rep 12, we would have given a position which is almost nailed, like Mark Viduka, like or
exactly.
a centre midfielder or a centre midfield. Like we would have said David Batty starts or something like that.
No, I thought it was all right. I mean, I put predictions out for it, and I said it would be like a half rep. Knew the likes of Singh and that would still play. So
yeah,
no, it's what it is. I sold Rio, so that worked. Kept Kelly, that worked.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, it doesn't really like matter to anyone. Like those that did move off Viduka may have moved off and on to someone that got a return because Viduka blanked.
Yeah.
Yeah, those that had Ian Hart, I don't know why you have Ian Hart, but those that did either benched him or moved him to someone else.
I love that Hay scored as well. There's loads of chat saying, because obviously I think you say you do the leagues before you see the results, don't you? So
yeah,
It's not
Yeah,
even you've seen
well, we
them come in
obviously-
and bag and put him out.
like we obviously have to come in to the game like this. We'll click on it, and then it will be like, try not to look at like this,
Yeah,
all of this
do that,
info. We'll just go straight into
Yeah.
have a look at the lineups, because it's that can sway it. But yeah, I like we looked at this lineup and we thought, oh, and it's pretty much a normal lineup for Leeds, apart from the one.
Yeah,
player.
they often rotate at the back.
Hmm.
Fernando often gets in there as well. So
Yeah,
yeah, they're unpredictable anyway at the moment. They're not nailed, especially with Alex. They're all over the shop. You don't know who to pick anymore.
played 3 times last year. It'd be interesting if there was one league. Oh no, a couple of cup
Off the bench once.
starts and a couple of European starts and one cup start. Be interesting to see what their lineups were with that. But I'm sure it was probably a full strength team with him just sitting in there at the back with 2 other decent centre backs. What else happened from the week that was big? Ipswich 5, Watford 0.
Yeah.
This is what happens when Watford get a defender sent off. With how because they
we knew that's been coming.
Because they lose Gregan and essentially they're just playing Vega, aren't they? Because Estica doesn't really count.
Yeah.
So they're essentially just playing Vega for a few minutes until they make a sub and change things around. But they didn't make any changes for until the second half.
It's good. You see it in Martin's data every week that they're due a spanking occasionally. So yeah, like Ipswich always good there. Just honestly, I'm so sick of. I've not owned Tarico this season. He's doing my head in.
He's brilliant.
He's ridiculous, that man.
He's absolutely brilliant this season. 30 appearances.
I don't know why
30 starts. So he started every game. 4 goals and 10 assists. And he's got 4 man of the matches. So straight away that's 12 points. 30 points from his 10 assists. What's that? 24 points from his goals. That's before we've even got to the clean sheets.
The top scoring players are obviously all normally Phillips, Van Nistelrooy, Veron, so they're all the big teams, and then Ipswich, and he ain't there on clean sheets, is he? Amazing player.
And then his average
I've missed the boat on him.
7.63, so it means most weeks he's getting some form of bonus.
Yeah.
He's hitting 8 or more rating most weeks.
I keep listening to Craig. He's like, I'm too stubborn to get him now. I've missed the boat. So
it's finding someone else that's going to provide those sort of returns for that sort of money. What's he, 5.5? It's 5.
Yeah. I mean, I brought in Hippier this week. I was torn between them, so he did not quite as well, but pretty well. So I'm pleased with that. He's not a bad player. He's probably again Liverpool are better.
Not much else to report from.
No, Leicester should have won. They didn't deliver. Surprised Blackburn didn't get anything as well.
He didn't mention his goal on. He was on one of the pundits last night for the Burnley Huddersfield game, and he didn't mention that he scored on Thursday night.
No, he should have been plugging us.
Yeah. What else? Gardner finally doing something after not for ages.
Yeah, being in the sin bin for a while. Good to see him back.
And then Libra's 2nd-minute red card kind of ruined this game because it probably meant Sunderland just sat there and did not do anything, and they just shut up shop. And Middlesbrough then couldn't break them down because Sunderland are quite good defensively. They've got a solid defensive line.
Definitely a week for defenders. I think everyone who got high scores, they don't really get much off your attackers. I think like me, I mean, I'd punted on Giggs and York for one week, and obviously they did bugger all. But defenders got all my points basically. I got Fugelstad, Hippier, so people like Kirkland clean sheets and that. I think I got 5 clean sheets out of 6. That was all my points pretty much.
Now Fugelstad.
He's a
Eric.
hero. Love him. You know what made me get him is when you kind of didn't realise he'd come into the game, and I was just like, well, maybe there's something there. And the fact he played that
Oh,
one game,
it's
you were I don't think you were really sure on him, and I was just like, I'll take the gamble.
yeah.
I'll see if he plays.
I think we ran he signed. So every time someone signs, we run a sim of the rest of the season. Just
Even for
to
Craig Disley.
even for Craig Disley, just to see like whether Craig Disley's in the game. He's been in the game since the start.
Yeah, he's Bolton,
Because
isn't he?
yeah,
Bolton,
he
yeah.
went he just went on loan in like game week 3, and that's it. But yeah, so we obviously run a sim and then just see how many games they play. And he played he made one start, and I was like, oh, I'm not even going to bother pricing him. Like, what's the point in pricing him if he makes
No.
one start? And then he's played every game.
Yeah, centre mid. He's crept into centre mid now as well.
Yeah. So yeah.
Who's dropped out of centre mid for them? Who was
Um,
playing centre mid? Was Anderton on the right, or was he playing centre mid?
Anderton was playing the right, so Barber's coming in for Anderton. Although this could
Oh,
be
it's Langley.
this is a bit of rep.
Langley.
There's a bit
Langley
of
normally
rep
plays for
here, I
them.
reckon, as well. To be fair,
Yeah.
because like Everington.
Yeah. Everington Barber, yeah.
Well, Barber's instead of
Yeah.
Anderton, but then Wright Phillips would normally start instead of Barber, I think.
I'll have to see if Langley's been injured or whether he's just been canned.
Let's have a look. Right, so the league table looks like this. 15 points ahead, United are. It'll be over in 3 weeks, I think.
Yeah, so that's one to be aware of for people that haven't played 3 seasons. Is they'll probably start repping towards the end, won't they?
It's tight at the bottom now with Norwich getting that win and Spurs winning. Coventry and Leicester both losing. It's made that bottom 5 now 3 points between the bottom 5. It's only 6 points between what's that? The bottom 6, 7. So yeah, it's a lot tighter. This is after last week when I said Tottenham and Norwich are down. Watford might have a chance, but yeah, it's tight down there now.
I think Leicester will go.
You don't think Neil Harris comes in and? Oh no, it's not Neil Harris is at Ipswich. You don't think Craig Disley comes in and turns things around at Leicester?
No. They've got United, Sunderland, Chelsea. Who else they still got to play? Yeah, so that's not good for them. Liverpool, Leeds. So yeah, they've got some tough fixtures. They're only going to get 3 chances of winning, I'd say. And if they lose like they did to Bradford, they'll go.
Let's have a quick look at the form. Obviously, yeah, Villa smashing it now.
Yeah, they're very good, aren't they? I think you'll see everyone get on the Villa train this week because they've got 3 home games in a row.
Yeah. For those that have still got their overhaul to their second overhaul to use, I think this is the week to do it. Or you can take out United players for Villa players, and then use your overhaul next week to bring a United player or 2 back, because you're going to want them for their double.
Yeah, not the best double, but it's still United.
Yeah, I think United double. It's worth having at least 2, isn't it? Really, a defender and one of Veron, Van Nistelrooy, York maybe.
I used my triple captain on the last double for United. Van Nistelrooy let me down a bit, but luckily I had Super Kevin Phillips as the backup vice. We got about 1 million points.
Shots on target, Tarico up there. He's been up there for a while now. Dribbles per game, it's Marchant still. Tackles, Matt Heath out there still. Lescott. Yellow cards, who's on 9 now? Danny Griffin's on 9. Tons of everyone are on 4. Don't need to see any of the other stuff.
No, we'll see that through the squads anyway, won't we?
Yeah. And team of the week, which is old, or is that the week? Yeah, Fugelstad's there.
No, I'd say
Tarico's
so.
there.
Yeah, Roy Keane. Yeah, Roy
Tarico,
Keane was good.
Tarico being given a
Ben,
right midfield spot.
yeah. That's not actually bad from them this week. It's normally way off. Who they got up front?
Although Alex
of Norwich.
Notman,
What's he doing in there? Yeah, what's he doing there?
yeah, but everyone else, I prefer.
Yeah,
our
Martin
team
did well on his Darren Bent punt.
A few people went with Darren Bent, I think, this week.
I like a few people accidentally got the Blackburn one instead. I think that's brilliant.
Marcus Bent.
Yeah, a few people did that. You're not in a bad position moving forward, but for a 1 week punt, it didn't work.
Right, let's go into the. What should we do first? We'll go into the team news. Actually, quickly.
Yeah, same news.
Touch on the UEFA Cup. Obviously, those results went out yesterday morning. Middlesbrough losing at home to Valencia.
Yeah, I think we said last time you thought they were going to get through.
Yeah, I thought they'd
Valencia are a good side, but yeah,
taking that 1-0 from the away, like being 1-0 away to then bring them to the Riverside. I thought they'd get something, but no, they played well. Valencia.
I love that Valencia team. They
3 shots, 1 on target, and they scored it.
They were so good. They were winning leagues, getting to Champions League finals around this era, weren't they? They had Mendieta and that. They were quality back then. They were like, bad choice, but they're kind of the Spanish team I follow. Everyone obviously supports Barcelona and Real, so I've been stuck watching them be crap for years. But I've been over to see them. It's really, really good, actually.
And then, Real Madrid just finished Liverpool off. There, Fernando Morientes.
Yeah, expected.
Raul, Figo, team, Edgar Davids, Roberto Carlos, Mikel Salgado, Casillas, Carranca, Guerra. Oh my God.
Forget Carranca.
Enrico Chiesa on the
bad
bench.
Manager.
Hierro on the bench.
It's good. It shows you. It just reminds you of how good you can get your squad on this game when you're managing it.
So yeah, neither of those go through. So they will not blank in game week 34. So
yep,
that's that all sorted. And then we've obviously got the Champions League quarter-final first legs this week. So
we'll get that Friday.
Yeah, we'll start to see what's happening with that. You'd think that both Leeds, Man United, they need to be taking a win away from home. They're both playing strong sides in Dortmund and Barca, so you think they'd.
Yeah, they've got to win.
If they're not winning at home, I don't think they can win the tie. Especially how Man United have been in Europe, they've been a bit dodgy.
Yeah.
Leeds.
Yeah, Leeds.
I think
stronger.
I'd say Leeds are a lot more likely to go through than Man United are.
Barca are better than Dortmund, I believe.
Right, let's have a look then at our teams. Sort by condition. Right, new injury for Arsenal. It's Jermaine Pennant. It's the end of his season. He's torn his hamstring, so he's out for 3 months.
Good news for all those Steve Finnan owners.
So he is out. Yeah, pretty much locks Steve Finnan in. Upson and Henry still got their future suspension, yellow card flags. They haven't been removed.
Oh, is our new man injured?
Yes, Chris Ndar has suddenly appeared from absolutely nowhere, but he's not too shabby. Yeah. So yeah, he's literally I think we were just saying before we came live that I think it's like the 30th of March is the date set in the game that English players get regenerated. So he's literally just appeared. So
yeah, he doesn't look too bad. Not the best of attributes, but he's okay. He's another potential one of 5 partners from Ree. But what's he done? Stubbed his toe straight away.
yeah, stubbed his toe
Excellent start.
being
Yeah,
generated.
walking in the door.
Yeah, stubbed his toe in the editor as he was created. So he's the sort of player that I reckon, a couple of seasons down the line probably do quite well, or even next season do quite well. But yeah, not yet for him.
No, and Arsenal still on a good run. I think lots of people can be beyond them. Again, they're home to Watford. I'm looking at data already. I don't think they repped to Watford last week, so hopefully they'll be strong again. But
I think if you've got Henry, keep Henry. Maybe look into another, at least for the next three or four.
yeah, I've been on
Watford at home,
I've
Norwich
been on.
away, Sunderland at home. I think those 3 are decent games for them. So maybe
Yeah, I've been
Tikhonov as well. Probably a decent shout.
Tikhonov. Yeah, I bought him in.
Parlour.
Bought him in 2-3 weeks ago. He's delivered. Parlour. Oh, in fact, I can't remember who told me. I need to do my I wasn't near any covert or bombs on Thursday, so I said I'd owe someone 2 tonight.
Tikhonov, Parlour, obviously Henry, Loren, Cole. There's so many. They have got decent assets. It's just whichever one you pick is not going to return. It'll be another one of the decent assets.
Yeah, Parlour's good. He's keep doing it. I say Tikhonov's been great for me. Really good pick he is. Quite happy with him.
And
Parlour's, excuse me while I get my Jaeger.
It's all right. Parlour's been fairly solid throughout. All right, I'll move on to Villa while you're doing what you're doing. Right, Aston Villa. New injury to George Boateng. He's a doubt. We're out for a few days with a strained neck. He's 90%, so he's a doubt till game week 32. What else is there? Hassan Kashlou is out for 3 weeks with a calf strain. So that's game week 35 for him. And
how is Hadji doing?
Hadji is still 90%, but he's out. It's one day, and Villa play on the Monday, so he is no longer flagged. As far as
that's a good one.
He'll be unflagged. He won't have a flag on him, and he'll be 99 or 100%.
That gives you that great option now, because obviously everyone would have been on Hendry. So that gives you a really good second option now. I like that. Cheers, Ray Parlour.
Peter Enkelman, obviously sent off last week. He begins his suspension this week because suspension kicks in on the Monday. So he is suspended and returns on game week 34. Dublin, Barry, Melberg, all still 1 yellow from suspension. And Alpay is 52% out for a week still. So game week 32 for him. I think that is everything for Villa.
Yeah, and they're at home to Coventry, so bye. 3 home games in a row.
Yeah, I think loads of people are going to be on Dion Dublin. Hadji, Dublin. I still think Hendry is a good shout.
People are going to get on Dublin. You can't go the alternate. Sorry, I was losing you there a little bit.
All right. Right, on to Blackburn. All okay at Blackburn. No new injuries, just Martin Taylor and Ragnvald Soma. 1 yellow from a suspension. But yeah, everyone else all okay at Blackburn.
Yeah, they're on a decent run too, so that's another potential avenue for people to attack transfer wise. O'Brien looks like he might be nailed in centre mid now, so he's one to look at. And then your usual letdowns of Duff and Janssen, if you want to go for it. He's played the last few since that new manager comes in. He keeps playing centre mid.
Right, on to
Gills can get on him.
Bolton. Sean Goater still on international duty. Should return in game week 32. That's it for Bolton.
Right.
Nothing
Right.
else at Bolton. Everything else is all okay. Yeah, there's been, I think it's like a week and a half since, like in the sim since the last game, and a lot of teams haven't played. So it's just, well, I don't think anyone's played. Yeah, it's internationals. There's been since. So yeah, there's most teams. Everyone is okay.
Yeah, Bolton away to City. Avoid for me.
There is a couple of players that have picked up injuries on internationals though. That will come later. Bradford, absolutely nothing going on. Don't need to worry about them. They're not very good anyway, so we'll just move on.
No, they're at home to Chelsea. Yeah.
Right, on to Chelsea. Alex Zidze is injured. He's out for 3 weeks with torn groin muscle, so he's a doubt till game week 35, 90%. Mario Melchiot, obviously still injured. Yeah, he's not coming back anytime soon. Budavine Zenden is low condition at 74%. Idiger Johnson still 1 yellow from a suspension. That makes
when do Chelsea play? So I've got Zenden.
Oh, they don't play this week. Oh yeah, they do play this week. They play it on Wednesday.
Okay,
against Bradford.
So how many days away is that?
4 or 5 days.
Oh, so he might be fit then.
But if he plays in the League Cup final tomorrow, then he's not going to be fit.
So that's a gamble, yeah.
Yeah, will we give the League Cup final details before? Will we do the league? Because
I mean, as a Zenden owner, I'm going for yes on that one.
Because normally something like this, we'd obviously play out the League Cup final because it's happening at the same time as the game week. We'd play it out like as tweet updates during the stream. We might do the League Cup final result on Monday. I'll chat with Chris about that. I'll chat with Chris about it. Because yeah, we obviously can't put it during the same time as the stream because we're obviously going to include Chelsea Bradford as part of the stream. And it would just be confusing if you suddenly see like Good Johnson score and it's actually in the League Cup final and not against Bradford.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it'd be useful. Yeah, useful if you do. You'll be able to see if they get any injuries in between and know that they're not available for the game week. So yeah, could be useful.
It's whether it's in keeping with how we've done it previously. I'm not sure it is. I think we might have to just announce the League Cup final result at the end of the stream on Thursday, but I'm not sure.
You have a chat. I've got my Zenden hat on. I'm pushing for it the other
way. Right. Other than that, with Manuel Petit is still flagged for one more match, but that will obviously be the League Cup final, so he will be back for their game week 31 fixture against Bradford. Other than that, everything else is okay at Chelsea.
And they won 1-0 at home. Surprise, surprise. Boring.
Right, Coventry, new injury to Lee Hughes is out for a week, so he's a doubt till game week 32. He's 90%. Yisrael Zanega is out till game week 32. He's 85%. Paul Williams, 32, 90% as well. That's a new injury there.
Hughes has been shocking this year. I presume by his 7 price tag, 4 goals a season isn't the norm for him.
No, we were expecting like 10.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
10 to
I went
15,
on him for a little run. Very
like
disappointing.
like 7 million, yeah, 10 to 15 goals. Well, say 10, and then yeah, a couple of assists thrown in, and starting every game. So he started every game,
Yeah,
and he's got a couple of assists.
They haven't been bad either. Just he's not been doing it.
It's been very much like
They were better at the start of the season.
Yeah.
They have tailed off.
And any of their returns when they have happened, it's kind of been very spread out. Matthias has probably been their best player by a long way. Even then,
Yeah, Paul
he's only got
Telfer.
3 goals and 2 assists. I swear he's had more than that.
Paul Telfer is like the little Coventry Ray Parlour, I think. He chips in occasionally.
Yeah, 4 goals. He's got more returns than Lee Hughes.
Yeah, there you go. Coventry Ray Parlour.
Why do I keep thinking that's? What is it? I keep thinking that's like Javi Martinez. It's not. It's his cousin.
Hedman, how many has he got left in his suspension?
Hedman has still got 1 game left, so game week 32 return for Hedman. Right, on to Everton. Only thing new with Everton is Ronald Cerratos has been called back up to El Salvador despite being injured. So he comes back for 1 game week and then may go again there. So he's back game week 32.
So possibly one shot as well. Yeah.
We shall see. There's with CONCACAF. There's just so many qualifiers. It's ridiculous. World Cup's still 2 years away.
I went. It's a nightmare. I went Huckabee over One Chop, so I've got him just knowing that he's there basically on their good run. Done bugger all though.
Right, on to Ipswich, who have a new signing. We'll have a look at their new signing first of all. There he is. Neil Harris. Signed from Millwall. He was an asset with Millwall last year. I think he was 6.5 or 7 last year.
Yes, 6.5 from memory. Yeah, he was all right.
I think.
Glad to see they didn't sign another midfielder anyway.
How much have we priced him at? I'll be able to give everyone his price now.
Yeah, I don't think we know that yet.
No, I didn't tweet it out. 5 million. Neil Harris will be 5 million forward. Well, the Ipswich forwards, because there's so much rotation in their forward line, none of them are expensive. So yeah, we've kept him in that sort of. They're all like 5.5 or 6. So yeah, we've put him at the cheap end of that, as partly as well because last year he didn't do much with Millwall, but he could do better with Ipswich in these last few games. Hryderson Holland still 1 yellow from a suspension. Gary Doherty is out for a few days with a twisted knee, so he's 90% till game week 32. When do Ipswich play? Ipswich play today. Marcus Stewart is 90% out for a week still, so a doubt till game week 32,
90%. Just checking the chat. Was Desai wanted? That was one of the questions.
Oh, he's wanted by Man United.
Oh, hoping to impress them as well.
It could be happen in the summer now. Won't happen before the end
Yeah.
of the season. Yeah, I think the transfer window has closed now, because there was a lot of transfer activity, like in the last couple of days of the month.
Yeah, Leicester signing all their favourite
Yeah.
non-players.
So I think that could be it. And there's no transfer activity, like no one going to any clubs in England in April so far. And the same last year, there was no one in.
Yeah.
Let's double check. There was no like people in English teams in April.
See Wrexham, but they don't count, do they?
No. Burnley, Barnsley, Wrexham, Swindon. Yeah, none of the Premier League sides making signings in April. So yeah, I'd assume that the transfer window is now closed. So yeah, Desai won't be going anywhere this season.
Desai and Melchot possibly at United next year.
Yeah, Melchot's definitely interested as well, I think. Where was it? Was Melchot's? Oh no, yeah, Melchot has signed.
He's gone. Yeah.
He's gone.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's Desai could be joining him. That'd be ridiculous, wouldn't it? Melchiot. They've got like Sylvester Ekiog. Who else?
Yeah, Rocker Jr., Gary Neville.
Gary Neville.
Well, Ronnie Johnson, but he's gone in, isn't he? But yeah.
Yeah, they've got all of these defenders. Like, is anyone going to be able to score against them? Especially
win the league this early, and then just buy all the best defenders.
Yeah.
Win it again.
Right, on to Leeds United. Nothing new with Leeds. Everything is okay. Yeah, nothing to worry about. Just rotation.
No.
With Leeds.
We spoke about that rep. We spoke about that rep earlier. We think it was fair. We think if it was going to be a big rep, you would have repped your Viduka, like a striker playing for Viduka and stuff like that. I think. I mean, even I said in my tweets,
we would have leaked.
Yeah.
Like would have made it really obvious, like Batty starts, or who's this guy? If he started, Kevin Larvin starts in AMC. Like,
yeah. Leeds rotate now. It's one of those teams. It's one of them ones I thought it would be maybe not quite as strong as it was. I thought it would be a bit more of a partial rep, but I thought that was a fair leak, to be honest.
I mean, like when we've done, this is something that I didn't see this week, because when we've done like those cheeky little Man United ones, people have gone back and looked at lineups in previous seasons and stuff to try and work it out and decipher it. No one did that this week, and like there would have been some, like, even if they were just cup games, there would have been some out there from last season.
So he's played 3 and 3, yeah.
So yeah, there's a couple.
No, I think it was fair. I think people would just, again, you question it, but I don't think anyone was certain of full rep. I certainly said partial. So, but even with a partial, it's one of them ones you've got to risk it. You know, if you're keeping a player, he may play, he may not play. But to be honest, they were playing against Man City anyway, so they were. I don't think they were ever going to annihilate them. Man City are really good away from home.
Yeah. Right, on to Leicester. They've just got a couple of new signings as their new news. Billy Davies has just gone mental. So they've signed Raymond Strybosch. I'm going to say that's his name.
Yeah, I'll second that.
From Man City. He has never played a game of professional football in his life. It's the fact as well, like, they've now got 6 keepers. And like you'd think Walker and Flowers are like pretty much nailed as the sort of the keepers in the match day squad. Like Strybosch
It's ridiculous.
is either
It's ridiculous.
I don't even think
I
he's third
see.
choice.
No,
I'd say
I see these
Barrett
things on Twitter and it
third
show,
choice.
I see these guys on Twitter that obviously like play the game for like 30, 40, 50 seasons, and it's all obviously random teams in the Premier League. Like, no wonder Leicester will end up in the conference with fucking signings like that. It's ridiculous.
And then the other signing was the ginger assassin himself, Craig Disley, who's been on loan at Northampton Town. Hasn't done too badly at Northampton Town, but they are 7th in Division 3. So it's the old. This is what is now the National League, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
What's even worse than that? They've had Is AMC, who's been injured all
Is it?
year.
No,
And
it's
he's
not
obviously
now the
like,
National League. This is League 2 now.
yeah, League Two.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. They're almost like replacing an injury which happened like 9 months ago. It's ridiculous.
We shall see. Yeah, he's played in this sim. He's played one game. Or was that even a league game? Yeah, it was a league game.
Yeah.
Where he got a 7 rating and made 2 dribbles and 2 tackles.
Get him in. Get him in.
What did he do? Oh, he made 3. That was season
3
1.
subs.
He came on, averaged 3 times, averaged 7, averaged 0.3. So made 1 tackle in those 3 games. And then, yes, I was like, he's not very good. Like, what is he? Like, he's got
I loved playing this in season 1. I had like no knowledge. I played it like 10, 15 years ago. Just brilliant.
But yeah, so yeah, Craig Disley comes in.
All I remember about season 1 is I got lucky with Jason Wilcox. That was about it.
Oh yeah, at Charlton.
Yeah, he signed,
Yeah,
and I bought him
he
in.
was like,
I got like I captained him and got like team of the week or something, and that's
the
why I
thing
like
is,
found
like,
Luke again on there.
I think he's like a 5 million. He was like a 5 million mid, so he was kicking about in quite a fair few teams because he was a 5 million mid. That it was like Richard Rufus was a 4 million defender as well, and that hit Rufus and Wilcox, like playing for one of the worst teams in the league, just appeared in almost every team because they'd be just solid players to have on your bench every week. But then Wilcox would, like, there was 1 week where he just absolutely went mental. I think I had him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was.
That week.
Yeah, I was on him. I got team. That was it. I got team of the week in season 1, and it was just amazing. Loved it.
Right, back to Leicester. Yeah, nothing else that's new. Heath and Branston obviously got their yellow card flag still. Is still 3 weeks away with his torn ankle ligaments. He's 90%. Game week 35 for him. And that's it from Leicester.
Yeah, and if you held Mackinoff and he delivered, fair play to you. I got bored of him weeks ago.
Right, on to Liverpool. Nothing new. Jamie Carragher still out for a month, so game week 37 for him. Everyone else all okay at Liverpool.
Heskey went big this week. He had a good performance. Did very well.
Their forwards are just like they should be getting returns more often. Heskey and Owen.
They're such a frustrating team. Like, you know that. Like, if you look at anyone, if you put like Arsenal against Watford, or maybe not Watford because everyone spanks them, but like Coventry, like Liverpool don't see teams away. They only seem to ever win 2-0.
Right, on to Man City. Gary Flitcroft is out for a few days with a sprained wrist. He's a doubt till game week 32. He's 90%. Alf-Inge Haaland still out for a few days with his calf strain. So same with him, 32, 90%. Chris Mackin still 1 yellow from suspension. Paulo Wanchop is available this week.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, Man City are good. They've good fixture, home to Bolton. They're on a bit of a good run. That's why I got Huckabee in a couple of weeks ago. Was it 3 homes? 4, 3 out of 4 at home. I think that's why I went on him.
I think
So
if you are getting on one chop this week, though, be aware that he could be called up again in game week 33.
yeah, I think that was it. I think 33 and then 37.
Yeah. So yeah, just be aware of that maybe happening, and don't shout if it does happen. Right, Middlesbrough, because that's where my sheet says to go next. Mark Crossley is low condition, 88%. Stuart Parnaby is out for 2 weeks with strayed knee ligaments, so out till game week 33 for him. Noel Whelan still out for a couple of weeks, game week 33 for him. Gareth Southgate, 1 yellow from a suspension.
What's Crossley unhappy with?
Life.
They haven't signed a better goalie.
No.
What's a new contract?
Wants
All
a
right,
new
mate.
contract.
You're 34. We're not giving you a new contract.
Paid by the game.
Ridiculous.
Right.
Yeah, they're all right. Middlesbrough aren't too bad.
On to Man United. Gary Neville is out for a few days with a twisted knee. He's 90%, but I'd imagine he is back for game week 32.
Yeah, them and Leicester blank anyway, don't they?
Yeah, so yeah, Man United blank this week, so you're probably looking at moving maybe 1 or 2. Like I think Gary Neville, if I owned him, I'd probably just bench him this week, because you'd want him for the double, wouldn't you?
Depends how much you own. It's a tricky one this week because I'll have loads of money, so I'm going to sell York and Giggs. So I've got like 18.5 million, but I've already got the big Arsenal assets, so Villa aren't going to take much of it. So I'm going to have about 5 million left in the bank, I think.
But then you can use that to bring in Man United player back in for the double, or you could bring in Craig Disley and save your money.
Exactly, that's the way forward, isn't it?
I think he's is he 5 million? I think Disley is. Right.
Yeah, Giggs was disappointing for me. I punted on him this week. So I just felt like Everton's right side would be weak and they'd be able to get at him. But they again is one of them ones. As soon as the teams came out, you looked, and I think Djorkovic, whatever his name is, had played left mid in the same game last year. Is it the real deal? He does really good stuff. I'd advise looking at
looking at
yours.
He checks out previous sim data from other previous game data from the relevant games in previous seasons, which is probably just as valuable as the sims that are provided, because
exactly
that information's from this sim. It's not from something that's been edited up.
And that's what leads me to believe that Arsenal will be strong this week, because they were last year.
And then Ugo Ehiogu has a 2-match ban, which he is currently serving, which means he will return for the second game of double game week 32. So he's suspended at the moment and will return in game week 32B.
League Cup final, first part, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. It's ridiculous how many games they've got in the next couple of weeks.
2 games for 4, yeah. So what's that? Barcelona 3 days later, Chelsea as well. So that's something to consider for the double next week. I'm sure we will see some low condition there.
Chelsea, Barcelona, Chelsea. Chelsea in London. Yeah. Oh, is it in London? It won't even say. It won't give you the information.
Is that a Millennium? Is that a Millennium one?
I think it is still Millennium Stadium.
A few good cup finals on there. I went to Birmingham, Liverpool. That was a good day.
I don't even know in this whether Wembley ever gets finished. It must do. I've never really noticed.
Yeah.
we'll find out. Like end of
Yeah, we'll see where that game's played from. Yeah, when you leak Zenden a couple of days early, I'll know in a day or two.
So yeah, Ekiog is available for the second game. It's probably worth Is it worth holding Ekiog if you don't need to put him out?
Who would you play less? Who would you play Leicester away? I think if you don't need to, if you're boring like Luke, he might. If you like me and everyone else that takes -12s every week, he probably won't.
Yeah, he won't be staying in the team. If you're taking hits, then you may as well hit out a player that isn't going to play and bring in a defender that is going to play for them for both games. Silvestre.
I'm all about it. I'm like 112 or something. I'm just gonna hit each week and attack it and enjoy it.
Right, on to Jack Brokenshire. Yeah, Wembley does get finished. Does it get finished quicker than it did in real life? Because I think in real life, I think it was supposed to be finished by 2005, and it was the 07 FA Cup final, which was the first one there. I think it was 07. Drogba in extra time. I think it was against Man United. Right. Newcastle. New injuries to Steve Cordwell. Out for 2 weeks with a damaged shoulder, so it's game week 33 for him. Nikos Dabazas out for 10 days with a five strain, so it's game week 33 for him. Gary Holt, Alan Shearer, Thomas Gardso, Danny Griffin, all on 4 yellow cards. So yeah, 1 yellow for
Shearer's back. Shearer's out the last game, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was injured last week, but yeah, he's back fully fit. Stephen Hughes still out for a few days. He's 90%, so game week 32 for him at the moment.
And they're home to Liverpool, so tough. I mean, you'd expect it to be boring, but you never know.
Right, on to Norwich. Haven't even got to the big injury news yet.
What did Notman get to get in Team of the Week, by the way? How did he get on? Did he even get a decent rating in the last match?
He came on in the 50th.
Came off the bench.
Came off the bench in the 59th minute. Got an 8.
Team of the Week. Team of the Week striker. That's ridiculous. That is.
Like, I just don't.
There's no words for that, is it? Team of the Week.
Right.
I saw, when we saw that earlier, I was like, what did he even do? I don't remember.
Yeah, I was thinking.
That weird guy who scored.
Yeah. Matt Jackson from Norwich.
Does he normally play? I don't even know. Recognise the
plays.
guy who scored this week.
Who did score?
I don't look too much at Norwich
Ryan
anyway.
Ashington.
Yeah. Does he even play? I've never even heard of him.
In the game, he probably just don't get noticed. Yeah, that was his third appearance of the season.
Jesus Christ. Has he scored 3 and 3?
Where is he? Yeah. From DM.
Goal machine.
He's a DM and he scored 3 from 3.
Right, there's my tip for captain next week.
He's basically Bruno Guimaraes of Norwich.
Jesus, 3 and 3.
Patrick Adams still carrying his injury for 2 weeks, out till game week 33. Kevin Nolan still 1 yellow from a suspension, and Andres Rubens still suspended for a couple more games to game week 33 for him.
And they're away to Ipswich in the old Tractor Derby.
Right, Sunderland. And big news
sounds
here.
like Phillips. There we go. I heard that. I knew it.
Kevin Phillips is out for a few days. He's 65%. but I doubt he will play this week. Sunderland play today. They do.
Was
So
it obviously
65%.
injured playing for England? Was he?
Yeah. So they beat Germany 2-0.
Nice.
Was it in a qualifier? It was just a friendly.
Lee Bowyer.
Lee Bowyer.
Lee Bowyer.
Who the fuck let
What a
him wear
player.
an England shirt?
Yeah, he didn't get very many caps in real life, did he? Who else?
It's
Lee
not very
Henry.
often that Beckham is still the captain after a little while for England. It normally gets passed to, I see, like Ferdinand, Cole, always end up as like
Harper.
England captain.
What was their formation? Harpal Singh playing on the left midfield, is he?
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not horrendous.
We'll get John Curtis out for one, but yeah.
The back four, it's 3/4 of the way to what it was in real life. It's just missing Gary Neville.
Is that Ray Parlour on the England bench?
Yep.
What a hero.
Lee Hendry sat on the bench for England. Who was in? I can't remember who was in the squad ahead of the Euros. Who was like in the second string in the Euros. I know they only took 3 strikers because they only had.
It's going to be my third Cobra Bomber of the show for Parlour getting in the England squad.
Or was Heskey injured in the Euros? Because they only had. Because Vassell came on for Rooney against Portugal.
Yeah.
I can't remember Heskey ever making an appearance. So it was Rooney and Owen up front, and Vassell came. And Vassell must have been the only option. They probably took extra midfielders because of the amount of strength England had in the midfield, like Scholes, Lampard, Gerrard, Beckham, plus loads of others.
And that boring Liverpool front line. Look at that as well. Owen and Fowler. Yeah, it's
not bad.
Again, like
I'd probably
we spoke about that. I mean, England were a letdown back then. Should have done more.
In 04, they should have won it in 04. I think if I think it was Carvalho injured Rooney in the quarterfinal. I think if that didn't happen, then we'd go on and have won the tournament because Rooney was he was out of this world.
He was immense. Yeah, he was immense back then. So good.
I was taking my GCSEs at the time, and going over. My dad was out there and going over there and seeing the games. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Heartbreaking though that night. Well, the first game against France, we were winning, and then I think it was like 2 or 3 minutes to go. We were 1-0 up, and then lost 2-1. Gerrard made a huge mistake, and that was that.
Yeah, long time ago.
Right.
I can't remember. I'm 35 now. I've lost track of so many disappointing tournaments.
Well, you would have only been college, first year of college. You're only a year older than me.
Yeah.
2004. I can remember that tournament. The World Cup in 2002. I can remember that. Euros in 2000. I can remember the final because I watched the final in a square on a Greek island, in a restaurant, and they were all cheering on the French because they don't like Italians, do they? The Greeks. So
no.
And the place went mental when Trezeguet scored in that final. It went absolutely mental. Right. Back to what's new.
Yeah. Cheers. Cheers to Ray Parlour, third Cobra Bomber of the stream.
Jacob Lawson, 1 yellow from suspension still. Mark Libra has obviously got suspension.
Yeah, what games is he out for?
So his suspension kicks in tomorrow, but Sunderland play today. So he is out for 32, 33, and 34.
Okay. Well, lots of people own him, so I mean that's a tricky one to be honest, because
So he misses Leicester at
there's not
home,
many.
Arsenal away, and Bradford at home.
Yeah, that's not good at all. I think again he's one of them tricky ones because he's so cheap. But where do you go? It's probably going to
There,
have to be spread the funds from someone else.
I think you go to Sabon, don't you?
Yeah, is he a forward as well? Yeah, he's not as classified as a midfielder, is he?
No.
Yeah, Sabon will play.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the easy. That's the easy option, I suppose.
Yeah, leave Sabon. It's sideways, but it covers those like. Yeah, you want
It's two
some.
good home fixtures. Yeah,
Yeah, you want some Sunderland attacking coverage for Leicester and Bradford. And he's cheap enough that you could bench him if you wanted against Arsenal, in the Arsenal away fixture. Yeah, that's that then
he's
for
one of them.
Sunderland.
I've not owned him this season. I've missed out there as well. Him and Tarico. I must be pissed. I've put my top of my Jaeger on top of my Cobra bottle. That's not good, is it?
Right, on to Spurs. Almost there. Only new news from Spurs. Christian Ziege out for a few days with a bruised head. He's 90% till game week 32. And Totter is low condition at 89%, but he'll be all right. I think Sunday they play.
Good news for all those getting on. Well, Fugelstad might actually play in defence now if he doesn't start. They play today,
Tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe. Hopefully he'll play.
And then Watford, who just have like all the injuries. Skinner and Baker aren't in the game. Given Noel Williams obviously out for forever. Dennis Byrne still a doubt till game week 33. Gary Walsh is just still low condition. He's still 88%. He's been 88% for like 3 weeks. Hasn't even changed. Adrian Williams still 1 yellow from a suspension, and Sean Gregan. Big Sean Gregan is out for 3 games. So he's suspended. His suspension has started. So he returns in game week 34.
But they are away to Arsenal, and we know with punting on Arsenal in a heavily favoured fixture, is that Watford will probably win this 1-0. So get on any crap Watford, that's it, and you might be all right.
Get on Estica. He'll score.
Yeah. Estica 1-0.
Marcus Gale. I always think with Marcus Gale, whenever I hear his name, I think of 97 FA Cup 4th or 5th round replay at Selhurst Park. He scored a header. Peter Schmeichel scored a bicycle kick that night, and then it got disallowed for offside. He was like falling over on the edge of the 6-yard box and managed to get a connection with his foot as he was falling over, and into the back of the net, and it got disallowed for offside. And I remember like shouting at my dad. I was 10 years old at the time. And I was like saying to my dad, "How can they disallow it? Like you should just allow those sort of things because it's a goalkeeper scoring a bicycle kick."
Yeah, give him free range.
Yeah, like
Michael loved the goal. He was all over it, wasn't he? He scored a few.
He scored once for United against Rota Volgograd in the UEFA Cup in 1995. He scored a couple of times for Denmark. And he scored for Villa.
Yeah, I gotta say, I think he scored for Villa for sure.
He definitely scored for Villa because when he retired,
I think he did a scissor volley at one point.
Yeah, that was for Villa.
Yeah,
from like the corner of the 6-yard box, I think it was.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he scored for City, but he scored a few goals, I think, for Bromby in his like early career. He was good, like because he was like 6'6", so yeah, he was like a big tall lad. Get him up there and pump the ball into him.
Here's a question: have you ever, in all your years of playing champs, seen a goalkeeper score? I presume it's a no.
One of the things I used to do is sign Jose Luis Chilavert and put him on all set pieces.
Oh, Shiver, yes, what a player.
Yeah,
he could score.
Yeah, I think he even the AI lets him take set pieces. See if he's
What a player he
might be able
was.
to pick up a Paraguay game. I'm not even sure.
There's a Schiller. It might be V before the A. Shiv.
Wait, if I go into Paraguay, probably have to go.
Retired.
I have to go back. I
Yeah,
think.
go back to season 1.
Oh no, because it's there. He is. Oh, he's retired. Can't even
Yes.
click on him.
Oh,
Imagine if you go into the
he
stats. It
definitely had
says
some goals in
he's had like 3 shots.
it.
Yeah, because he used to take corners,
Yeah,
free kicks,
corners, pens.
penalties. It was the fact that he took corners, like free kicks. Like I think I saw an interview once, and he like said that with free kicks, he was just told like, if you're gonna miss, make sure you miss.
Yeah.
Like, don't stick
Yeah.
it down the keeper's throat or something. Like, if you're gonna miss, like miss properly to give you time to get back. But then, like the fact they stuck him on corners, it's like surely get someone.
Right.
There must have been someone better to swing the ball
He
in
was
for.
great.
Yeah?
He was great at them. He was a good
He's
player.
good. I think you can go on YouTube and there'll be a Jose Luis Chilavert compilation there, and it's just a compilation of like cracking free kicks. He was a
I
great
don't think we've
player.
got any kids playing this game, but barring Deacon. I think that's about the only one, isn't it?
I don't know. Oh no, I've forgotten who it was. Undumbaldi, a guy who won season 2, was only like 18, 19. So
Oh, decent.
he wasn't born when the game came out. Yeah,
Love
so
that.
yeah, if you haven't ever heard of Jose Luis Chilavert, it's definitely a player to check out.
Yeah,
Right.
need to watch that.
What else is going on? What is coming up? Nothing much else this week. Champions League coming up this week, and obviously there's the League Cup final. The big news from the South Coast is
Got the sack. Got the sack.
Insecure.
Oh, Insecure.
So we've been discussing this. What we're gonna do is retire and then add the manager and take over Brighton again, because it's probably the most
Love it.
fair way to finish out the season. Because overtaking another random team would probably could affect other things. Like we take over, say, Reading, and Paul Jewell suddenly appears in a Premier League club. So I think that's the best way to do it. Try and not affect the sim too much.
How they getting on this season? Why are we Insecure?
Because
21st.
they're 21st, and Dave's been sitting on the beach since August 2001.
Picking up a wage, enjoying it, love it.
Just what does it even say? Signed a few players, but just never done. Won no leagues, no cups, not even an award of any point. Managed to get 17,000 manager points, but that's not that many, is it? Considering there's other Hall of Fame managers have millions and millions, don't they?
Yeah.
Games played 152. Still won 30% of games.
I mean, it's not bad, is it?
More than 30%. It's like 35% of games, but then lost about 45% of games. goals scored.
Getting back in charge. Fantasy Champ Man 2 hired.
Yeah. So yeah, this could be the final week of seeing the original manager, because yeah, we'll probably retire him and then add new manager and take over Brighton again. We have to, because the moment we then, if we let them get the sack and don't spot it, it suddenly just starts
They were just
simming ahead.
just shoot off. Yeah.
Next thing you know, Wembley's been finished.
Yeah.
Well, they're still playing at Withdean. God, that's a god awful place that is. Yeah, Withdean. Back in the day, Bobby Zamora still there. Oh, Filippo Galli. Forgot he's
40. Love it. Did that say he scored? Sorry. 6. What a hero. Am I reading it wrong? No.
Who?
Can't see it. Sorry, I thought he'd scored. I couldn't read it. I thought Galli had scored 6. Was reading it wrong.
No, he hadn't scored any.
No. I don't know if that's a blurry screen or the Jaeger. It's one of the two.
Rob Green playing in goal.
England number 1.
Nick Culkin, who's Man United. Yeah. Yeah. Right. John Shally. Rogério Ceni scored a rake of goals for Sao Paulo too. Must be a South American thing. Like, yeah. Stick the keeper on set pieces.
South American goals.
Right. Yeah, as I said earlier, the leak this week will be still tomorrow night because captain's out. So yeah, can't chat about what we're going to give you this week, and I can't look at the sim. So yeah, leak will be tomorrow night.
Anything to do with Blackburn, Man City, Arsenal, Villa would be great.
So you're going to get none of those teams. We'll give you the latest training info from Man United and Leicester. Yeah, we'll tell you who starts the reserves for Leicester this week. Yeah, stream as normal on Thursday. Don't know who's on. I'm guessing it's Martin.
I think I checked the spreadsheet. I think it's Martin and Darren. I think it's 2 man on boys from. I checked it earlier because I was trying to get on it myself, but they were already penciled in. So I'll throw my name in the hat for the week after.
So yeah, Martin and Darren from Man On Podcast will be hosting on Thursday night to bring you all the action from blank game week 31. They're not, 9 games, all 9 games. Yeah, that's about it. Cheers for joining me, Andrew. What?
No, much appreciated, mate. Thank you very much. I say I'm trying to get on the Thursday streams because I've got 6 weeks of not teaching, so I can do what I want for 6 weeks, basically.
Yeah, enjoy the summer. Right, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday evening. Enjoy your Sunday. Sunday packed with sport. There's like championship, like the fact football's back. Yeah, if you haven't signed up for the Gaffer Championship game, I think I've quite enjoyed playing some because obviously I can't play any.
I've had a woeful start, mate. It's been awful.
I haven't played because everyone else has been playing Champman, and obviously I'm not playing. We've just been watching it, so it's been quite nice to like be able to like pick a team and have a play around with a team and stuff. And yeah, so I've quite enjoyed this week. I'm 65th this evening.
Oh, that's not bad. Did you have Matson? Is that why you're there, or other people?
I used the away days chip, and had a few players return. I should be 100 club tomorrow. I think I'm like 90.
I'm
97 points.
I'm struggling. I had Pookie captain and Adebayo who blanked against Birmingham today, so not much up there really. So struggled a bit.
So yeah, obviously, if you're signed up on the Champman site, just flick it over onto the Championship game. You can obviously still pick a team and play along. There's so many boosts. Like even if you miss the first game week, it's like it's quite easy to catch up
Yeah.
through the boosts and a bit of planning. So yeah, it's not like with like some other games where you feel like after game week 1, if you miss that, then you've fallen so far behind. Yeah, it's definitely worth a shout. So yeah, championship
No,
football
great game.
tomorrow.
Love it.
You've got the Hungarian Grand Prix, and at the moment that finishes, the women's Euro finals kick off, and I'm absolutely buzzing for that. I'm gonna have got the England shirt out all ready for tomorrow, so yeah, looking forward to an afternoon of sport. Beers are in the fridge; they're ready to go. Yeah, sorted.
Good stuff, mate.
Cool. Everyone, have a good rest of the weekend. Catch you later.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.